July 24th, 1993. It's the 75th anniversary of the British Royal Air Force, and over 150,000 people partake in the festivities. Planes from all over the world join the air show celebration. But the most anticipated performers are the rarely seen Soviet MiG-29s. For years, these top-secret fighters were the centerpiece of the Soviet Air Force. Now they're on display for the world to see. And to make sure the show is truly spectacular, the Soviets put their two best test pilots behind the controls. But that's no guarantee that their performance will be flawless. The two pilots engage in a series of high-speed crossover maneuvers. But on the last one, they lose sight of each other. And a split second later, at over 300 miles per hour, disaster. The wing from one plane slices off the cockpit, inches away from the pilot inside. An instant after the two planes collide, both pilots can be seen ejecting. Moments after their feet touch the ground, the unharmed but shocked pilots take their near-death accident in stride. From this angle, it's clear that the pilot flying horizontally had no chance of seeing the other jet before it sliced his plane in two. Thanks to procedures implemented prior to the accident, no one on the ground was injured. And because of the rigorous training and lightning-fast reflexes of the Soviet military pilots, they were able to eject in the nick of time. These supercharged top-fuel hydros can cover a quarter mile in under 5 seconds. Today, they're competing in the Firebird Winter Nationals in Chandler, Arizona.
Nerve gas. Here comes the first round of top fuel.
In the far lane is the clear favorite, and he's rocketed into a decisive lead. But out of nowhere comes veteran racer Sonny Moon. Initially trailing by a wide margin, he pushes it to the limit, crossing the finish line at more than 160 miles per hour. His throttle is stuck at full, and he's no longer the driver. He's a passenger. And this hydro is on a collision course with the lakeshore. When the boat hits the beach, it's launched 3 stories into the air and goes ripping straight through the power lines. Causing a total loss, the station receives a phone call warning that a 7.5-ton cargo van parked in the Arndale shopping district contains a bomb. Bomb disposal experts are on the scene while police attempt to evacuate 80,000 Saturday shoppers. And suddenly, a bomb containing 3,300 pounds of explosives is detonated. A giant pillar of smoke dwarfs an adjacent 25-story high-rise. The blast is audible over 8 miles away. This is the largest IRA bomb ever detonated in Great Britain, and the single largest bomb to go off here since World War II. In the explosion's aftermath, firefighters battled 20 additional fires. The devastation is absolute. Windows are blown out up to a half-mile away. Damage from the blast is widespread and cost the city an estimated £411 million. Although no one is killed, 206 people are injured, mostly by flying glass. Area hospitals are flooded with the walking wounded. All told, more than 150,000 square feet of retail space and nearly 90,000 square feet of office space are in need of complete reconstruction. If there's a silver lining to this tragedy, it's this. After the explosion, the center of Manchester undergoes a dramatic rejuvenation, resulting in a city-wide renaissance that generates millions of pounds in revenue. An IRA megabomb reduces a downtown to rubble, and a new thriving city center rises from the ashes.
Well, we don't know, let's say, gravity. A law that the urban athletes called free runners seem to break every time they do this. And this. Now, are these laws being broken, or have these guys just found a clever loophole? In order to find out, meet Victor Showtime Lopez.
Hello, Showtime. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Now, why are you not limping?
I was very creative of going over the railing. I was very precise when I landed, obviously very strong and very fluid. And so when I did my roll, not a single part of my body was hurting. No impact in my toes, my knees aren't aching. I feel great.
He feels great after doing this? Say what? This calls for a time warp investigation. Ultra high speed, frame by frame.
Can you explain the next move you're gonna go through?
The next move is called a Kong to cat leap.
Kong as in King Kong.
King Kong.
Why is it called that?
You actually look kind of like a monkey. I'm gonna run at the bar. I'm gonna put my hands on the bar and explode through my legs, and my knees will pass through my arms like a monkey.
Oh, come on, that is so easy. Why don't you try something that we can't do?
Okay, so this is 50 times as slow as normal.
I'm flying through the air with the greatest ease.
That's a pretty serious impact, just even over this distance.
My legs took most of it, though. My legs first.
Absolutely. And here's the front flip.
Shoot, look at that.
It's a great landing, though. Totally flat landing.
Showtime stuck it. But notice how his feet immediately come off the pavement in a transfer of momentum. As we'll see, it's subtle moves like this that save his bones from breaking.
You can actually see the skin in your right leg compress in a shockwave. There it is.
Oh, yeah.
There's that wave coming up.
It's incredible.
Showtime may say that his body isn't enduring stress, but he's wrong. It's just that he knows what to do with it and where to dissipate it. Round 2.
The next move I'm going to attempt to do is called a double Kong.
Okay.
Notice how there's a gap between the two walls?
I could pretty much lay down in there.
Well, you're not going to, Jeff. And Showtime's not going to explain his leap either. Let's just do it.
And 3, 2, 1, go.
Holy moly.
Okay, even we are impressed. Let's watch that again.
What's going on right here?
Oh, wow.
You just had like 3 new veins
Oh,
appear.
jeez.
When you plant your hands, you specifically want to let some of that momentum change your orientation.
Once again, Showtime expertly shifts downward force into forward momentum, all with a flick of his wrist.
So what do you need to know to make this happen successfully over and over?
The only reason why I don't wreck shop, I don't hurt myself, is the way I jump out, first of all. When I jump out, it brings all of my energy going forward, my momentum going forward instead of directly downwards.
You know, we neglected to tell you something you hear a lot from us. It starts with "don't try" and ends with
This at home.
Lloyd, our faithful crash test dummy, has volunteered to show you why.
Why are we chucking this thing off of here?
Because it looks and weighs approximately what Showtime weighs. It's about 150 pounds. And at the top of Showtime's jump, he's going to be about 25 feet off the ground.
Okay.
Our dummy doesn't have much talent for shifting momentum, so all of its energy is absorbed, if you can call it that, by the concrete. Showtime may be cool on the outside, but inside he takes this very, very seriously. Let's give him a few minutes to get ready for his last jump. Well, hopefully not his last jump.
3, 2, 1, go.
Sure.
Showtime displays moves similar to those made by parachutists upon landing.
And the minute you land, you absorb the impact with the rest of your body. When you tuck and roll, you really got to make sure you watch your neck, because if you obviously mistime that, you will break your spine. Your neck will obviously hit the cement and you will hurt yourself.
The difference between this and this, Showtime is a living, breathing, moving example of Isaac Newton's law of gravity. But that law